Brother Neel Murgai. So great to see you, man. You are such an awesome musician, playing the sitar and bringing such a life force and heartbeat into the TEKTONIK project. I had a couple questions that I just wanted to ask you because this is such an exciting time where we're releasing an album and what you do is so unique, and I want the world to be able to hear and see and understand a little bit more about what you're doing. What can you tell me is the brief history of the sitar?
The sitar was actually created in the 1700s, and it began from an instrument called setar in Iran. Now, tar means string in Arabic and Farsi, and se means three. So it was a three-stringed instrument that traveled from Iran with the Mughal Empire and came to India and joined with an ancient instrument called the veena. And then they made it much bigger and added a gourd and added sympathetic strings. And ultimately now it has 20 strings. By the way, that's why there's so many instruments around the world with tar in the name. Guitar, sitar, tar, one string. Dotar is two string.
Oh my God, dang. I didn't realize that. That's amazing.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Because tar means string.
Yeah.
And is there a ceremonial significant role, like a traditional role for the sitar?
I wouldn't say a ceremonial role necessarily. Certainly the music has a ceremony, a culture around it, especially in the learning of it, the Guru Shishya tradition, the oral tradition from teacher to student. So the way you learn it like that is definitely kind of a ceremonial role. And the music itself it's all based in the drone. You have a Tanpura drone going on behind you. So you're swimming in this sea of tonality, and you just ride that sea, and that creates the mood, the really introspective mood that we know.
Absolutely, yeah. There's definitely like a very mystical characteristic. And you mentioned there's this droning. It creates such a wonderful atmosphere and such a transformative sound. It's very, very psychedelic. Yeah. So what significance does music have to you in terms of being a healing modality and a healing role?
A lot, actually. Music has helped me throughout my life get through the hardest times and the best times. I recently developed a solo performance where pandemic times, I experimented a lot with looping. I've been doing looping before, but I started working with Ableton Live and really developed my whole looping thing to include all my instruments, sitar, percussion, and overtone singing, of course, as well, which is a big part of my healing practice. So this solo performance is like a personal narrative, my own journey.
And you do play a number of instruments, so that kind of naturally goes into the next question. What do you usually play for yourself as a nurturing, healing song or sound?
The most fundamental healing kind of thing would be just practicing my overtone singing. So developing that even polyphonically, overtone singing.
Yeah.
I've had it years recently.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, that's such a feat of human biology. That's just such a mystery to me.
It's amazing. I mean, the universe of sound is all mathematically based, and it's in all our instruments. It's in our own voices. It's always there. We're just not perceiving it. The overtones are always in existence, and the overtones are carrier waves of consciousness. And that is the tone, your tone of your voice. The tone of the sitar versus the piano is defined by the overtones and certain noise that's made, but tone of my language, the tone of what we're talking about, it's all overtones.
Absolutely. It's like spectrums of light. They're all there and you're absorbing them all the time. That's very beautiful. Are you able to do the stuff that's like super low as well?
I actually don't practice that one.
Wow.
So I'm not going to record that one.
Yeah, I've always been curious how to practice that. It's almost like a pedal tone from a brass where you have to, you would know.
Yeah, it's like this extra thing in our vocal cords that, like the growling, you're pitching that, which kind of drops the octave.